Dr. Maureen Hughes with Dr. Mo on the Mat, and today I have a couple of my clients, Miss Mish Hancock.
Hello.
And her daughter, Mickey.
Hello.
And they're kind enough to spend a few moments. We just got done working on Mickey today for the abdominal session, which is normally the 5th session in the Soma Veda Therapeutic Day protocol. And someone was running a little bit late because of bad drivers in St. Louis, so she came in really stressed today. But how are you feeling now?
When I first came in today, my back was hurting, and I came and I had my session with Maureen, and she almost put me to sleep, as she does almost every single time. But I feel very rested, I feel very loose, less tense, as I do every single time with Maureen. I really enjoy these sessions.
Yeah, and what was important for Mickey has a athletic background, and it's really done a number on her body. And so when I found out about Maureen and I saw all the great things she was doing and I heard all the amazing stories coming from other people that had seen her, I was like, we are definitely going to go see Maureen and get this taken care of now, as opposed to being 35 and in lots of pain.
Crippled.
Yes, we don't want that. So it's been a really great experience, and since Mickey is under 18, I go to each of the sessions with her, and I've got to see Dr. Maureen work not only on her physically, but also a lot of mental, and here's some things to think about with your food, which is going to be really hard for us, but we're going to do it, because we understand not only, yes, it's hard when you have to change your diet, but Maureen always shares with us reasons behind why we're doing all of this and how that can be affecting the different things within our bodies. And it's been an amazing and very enriching and great learning experience for us.
This is work that can be done by anybody. You know, you can be 5 years old working on someone who's 95. You can be 95 years old working on someone who's 5. It's just a matter of, like Mickey was asking me today, what is the order of what you're doing? And the structure of the Soma Veda 7-day protocol involves 5 different positions. And so the first day when I worked on both Mish and Mickey, they got basically exactly the same treatment and worked on them face up, turn them on their side, turn them on their second side, turn them on the belly, had them turn back over on their back, and then pulled them up into a seated position, and then worked in the seated position, laid them down, and finished out with what we call the warm-up. So each session after that is a breakout. So the second time I got to see Mickey, I worked her only face up in the supine position, much more extensively through the legs and through the arms and her hands. And then the next day, I saw her day 3. It was all inside line on both sides. And then day 4, when I saw her, it was on her belly. And then today was day 5. So today we did an abdominal focus, where she got to learn a little bit about herself and
About
what was
my nutrition
on.
I need to start working on.
And her nutrition that she really needs to start working on to help reduce these unfortunate pains that you have in your body right now. But you think that every session I see you, you're feeling like you're in a little bit less pain every time?
Every single time. Whenever I very first started this, I would wake up with back pain, go throughout my day with back pain, go to sleep with back pain. And since I've started going through these, she's really helped me. I feel like I barely even think about having back pain anymore. It's very rarely I feel it, but I really enjoy it, and my back feels a lot better, and I can walk.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about some of the trends in the high school, which, if you don't mind me saying about, and it can always be cut out too, but with the birth control pills. There are a lot of young ladies out there who this is what they're told to do.
Well, yeah. It's like, you're having issues with your period. Oh, take these. That's what it happens, right?
But what we think was going on with some of the headaches that you were having is that they may actually have been caused by the birth control pills. Unless there's a good reason for you to be on birth control, just stay as natural as possible.
And since I've stopped my headaches and all the pains I've had, and everything else has gotten a lot better, less worse.
Yeah, less worse. And she's done a lot better with getting off of soda too.
week and a half clean.
Well, I think also what's really helpful is that you are listening to us and understanding what kind of supplements we should go on. And so we've been working the program. We've been getting our supplements and doing our
kind of like a little
colloidal
class.
silver. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it is. You know, and I what I love is that Maureen is always listening. She's always listening, and then she'll say, "You know what you should do," or "Here's a thought," and never judgmentally. Just here's some ideas for you.
We are all in a process in our lives, and wherever we are, you know, I've seen some pretty incredible people on my mat with some really bad habits who change their ways, and then I've seen people who are resistant to change, and it's a decision that each person has to make for themselves. You know, I can be dogmatic and say, you must do this, you know, but for some people, if you say the word can't or shouldn't, like, they will automatically start doing the opposite thing, and that's not the intention. I don't want to make a person feel like they're bad for being the way that they are right now, but just to simply guide them and with gentle reminders like, hey, you know, this is known. If you remove these things from your life, you may feel better. And if you don't, then you know that's not the cause. And then if you eat it again and it makes you feel worse, then you know it's a cause, right? It takes discipline and time, and that's why we're going to be learning some emotional freedom technique next week, the next time I see you, and it'll be good.
Always excited. The ground.
Literally throwing her.
So, back starting about 5 or 6 years ago, I was in competitive cheer, and that went on for about, I want to say 4 to 5 years, and I was a flyer, meaning I was the girl that was always like up in the air doing the stunts.
Didn't make me nervous at all.
Flying, it's like every time. It didn't go perfectly every time, obviously. There were times where I would be like up 2 people high and fall straight to the ground, and 10 out of 10 times on my back. And so over the years, like I went to chiropractors, I went to doctors, and they do x-rays, and I had we figured out I had scoliosis, which is very common with cheerleading. So and I would try and get help, but honestly it never really helped until I started coming here, which was great. But yeah, cheerleading took a very large toll on my back with falling and stunting and just used to wear after wear.
And fall after fall.
Yeah, that too.
I was also,
and just the craziness, I mean, just that the stuff
Bending
that they
my back
expect
in
from
ways
these.
that-
I mean, you know,
Putting my
she
leg
loved it.
behind
It
my
was
head.
fun, but you know, she would get in these positions like, oh, yeah, how are you doing that? So.
yeah, cheerleading is a dangerous sport,
It
you
is.
know. It is definitely at your own risk, and, you know, it takes a lot of skill and a lot of strength and a lot of balance and a lot of being okay with being told what to do.
And full out. I mean, it's each routine's only 2.5 minutes, but it's 2.5 full out. I mean, they are nonstop. I would watch Mickey when I would be filming, you know, at all the different competitions we'd go to. And I mean, it was just nonstop. Rarely was she standing still. She was always just going.
And at practice, it was 2.5 minutes over and over and over and over and over again with no water break until, you know, we're like on the floor eating. Which, it made us a great team. It really did. It was awesome. It was great bonding, but, you know, now we're here.
We're going to take care of this now. My thought was, rather than Mickey being 35, bent over, can't walk, let's get this taken care of now while you're still young, and we can start learning these good habits and get your body back in a happy alignment.
So thank you so much again for taking this time to be on the mat and to take this time to talk to everybody about your experiences in your life, and look forward to sharing more with you next week.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks, Marvin.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Should we say goodbye?